Greetings, fellow owners. I wanted to give you a brief recap of some of the work that we've done on the boat this year. We had a really ambitious year and we're able to get a lot accomplished. Sean's going to follow this up with some additional video next week. But let me run you through a few of the things. As everybody knows, the boat's been painted. We've also added these new decals to the boat, identifying it. See one there, and then this one on the back deck, and there's one on the forward window as well. I'd like to start and discuss something that we won't be able to see next week, and that's the outdrives on the boat. As you can see, this outdrive is brand new. We had to replace it due to damage that Sean explained in an email a while back. Our recommendation is that when the boat is stopped, that you raise the outdrives up. That way, if an anchor rope breaks, the boat slides to the side, you're not likely to break off a skeg or damage this lower outdrive. We think this is where a lot of the damage has occurred. Now, having said that, it's also very important that when you are starting the boat, to make sure that the outdrives are down. Otherwise, it will cause can cause internal damage to the drive, which we saw on the drive we looked at last week as well. Okay, we'll have more on that, but that's just a quick rundown. The back bumper rail has been replaced, and as we noted earlier, this back deck has been cleaned and repainted with the slip resistant material. Get a little better look here of our logo on the back, which looks really nice. I think I'll take you upstairs first. One of the major projects this year was to install solar panels on the boat, and I don't know if you can see them up there, but we have been extremely pleased with how well these have been working. So that you know, this box right here is a junction box, and this is a lightning arrestor. There's nothing that anybody should ever have to do with that box. No need at all to ever get in it. We've also replaced the beloved glass table up on the top and put in a bigger, a little bit nicer table. And we've also purchased this bin for locating the propane tanks. Now, the location of the bin is also somewhat significant in that the carpet you see here will lay across in 3 sections and comes back to this point on the deck. So this arrangement leaves the entire carpeted area of the top deck free and available for use. One other thing I'd like to note is you'll notice that the gas line now runs out of this box, and it's external here and then runs into the boat. We found as we were working on the heater and the stove that the copper tubing that was in here had kinks in it in a lot of places. It's very easily kinked if moved, and then that can lead to cracking and to a leak. And so we installed some very high pressure, high strength stainless steel tubing, and don't anticipate having any of that problem. In the bathrooms, the major work here was the painting of the vanities, which is accomplished. Also, I'd like to thank Brian for these wonderful towel hooks that he has installed in all of the bathrooms. Moving on down, we'll check the other bathroom out here. Once again, vanities have been painted, and the coat hook or the towel hooks on the wall. You'll notice if you look right there in the back, move this table Back here you can see the gas line running along. We kept the run as short and as sweet as possible, and also kept it above in the main cabin as opposed to running it down below. We felt that the old arrangement of running it down below was susceptible to filling the hole with gas and creating a very, very, very dangerous situation if there were a leak. Now you can see the kitchen in its finished condition with the countertops in place. Brian did a fantastic job with this. On the backsplash, this is a marble backsplash. The old one was so rotted and sustained so much damage from just water leakage from the window, whatever, that he determined, and we agreed, that it should just be totally and completely replaced with something more beneficial. We've also done some things differently with the stereo. We actually have a new stereo now. It is Bluetooth capable, so very easy to take your phone, go to Bluetooth, and then on the remote control for the stereo, you just push and hold the Bluetooth button for 5 seconds, and then it will connect you. Also, the VCR is mounted here. There's a port here which goes into the HDMI 2 port of the TV. HDMI 1 is hooked to the DVD player here, and then there's also a wired input for your audio as well. This cleans up this cabinet, makes it completely open and free for use. Just moving around now. Hope I'm not making you too dizzy. Here is the new table. Just looks absolutely fantastic. We also replaced the couch and put this fella in here. We talked earlier about the new locks for the doors. They work very, very nicely. And now let's talk about the kitchen a little bit. Obviously, we removed the bar, and I hope that's not too disconcerting for some people. We had a number of reasons for doing it. With the bar in place, there was a great deal of space back here that was unutilized under the cabinets, and so we thought it would be we could get better utilization if we went straight. The other thing that this does is it dramatically opens up the main cabin space. It makes it feel more spacious and actually gives you more working space. Now to provide countertop space, we have these tables here that we have purchased, and there's 2 of them. And sorry about this because I'm a cameraman and a table setter upper. These tables set up like this, and the legs also adjust. I'm not going to take the time to adjust them now, but the legs will adjust so that they're up at the counter height. So now you have the potential to use 1 or 2 tables in any combination that you'd like, which actually provides more counter space than was available before, and then also gives you a very flexible arrangement. Perhaps you want to set up a separate eating table, which you could do here, or these tables could also be used for playing games over by the couch. So we believe and we hope that this will be a much more flexible arrangement and really better utilize the space. One word about the cabinets. Maybe the best way to show you is here. The cabinets that we purchased are fully sealed with backs and sides. When we installed the cabinets, we closed up any holes that were in the floor. Any protrusions through the cabinet like you see here are all sealed off so that no mice can get into these cabinets from underneath. The trash compactor is now located here. It is connected into the same circuit, but the outlet for the power cord is at the back of the trash compactor now, instead of underneath in the basement as it was before. We also got rid of the wicker basket, as you can see, and quite frankly got rid of a lot of the items that were in it. We did buy a new cooking pot, a new kind of a frying pan wok combination. It was intended to be a frying pan, but it is a deep frying pan. There will be another saucepan as well. Rather than buy a set, which we could have done from Costco or other places, we found that the sets really had more pots and pans than we needed, and a lot of them didn't have the size that we wanted. We felt that a larger pot, such as this, would be better for, you know, cooking the spaghetti and some of the bigger meals for bigger groups. So we opted to buy these individually. We also purchased a, you can see it up here, a cast iron grill that can be used on the stove. I believe it's a two-sided, so you can use it for different purposes. We also bought a new coffee machine. Bought this water pitcher for use. We have retained the colander and this other doohickey, whatever it is. I'll leave it to someone more skilled than I to organize these drawers, but also a new silverware organizer. The knives, pretty much kept them from before. And same thing with the items in this drawer. We also did buy a new set of barbecue implements. The ones got damaged this spring during the service weekend. Let's see.